as well, ma'am.
Well, then I'll walk out to the road.
You've already been asked to leave.
Okay, well, I'm leaving. Don't touch me.
You're going in.
Don't you touch me. Whoa. Whoa. What the? Whoa.
You stop. Stop being dramatic, ma'am.
No. He's
Put your
going
hands
on right
behind your back.
Are you
On November 4th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a hotel after reports of a couple becoming aggressive over a payment issue. The staff claimed they only charged for 2 nights, but the couple insisted they were overcharged. Let's find out what happened after the arrival of the officers.
Getting very aggressive, screaming and yelling, yeah.
This guy?
Because they're saying we charged him for 3 nights.
Okay.
We only charged him for 2 nights. There is no way in our system to charge without it being attached to a folio.
Okay.
Screaming and yelling, want the owner, don't want to leave.
Okay. Are they current guests?
No, they checked out.
Okay. All right.
And they're saying they were going to call the cops because we stole from them. We did not. I can show you early.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if you want to.
Yeah. So they stayed the last 2 nights?
No, they were here Friday night, Saturday night. Checked out Sunday morning.
Okay.
Hold on, let me show you.
Okay.
So see, in our computer system, when you run a card, it goes directly into our system. 1, 2.
Okay.
Here's the first one. Here's the second one.
Okay.
This one was declined. And this is their printout. Shows the declined and the 2 sales. These 2 are mimicking because this is a
Right, got it. Okay.
authorization.
Yep.
And then we capture their card when they come in and
Sure.
hand our cards.
Okay.
So I'm not going to have them saying and scream at us.
Okay. I'll be right back. Hello.
Well, we can step out
Okay.
so we have our privacy like she had hers. I know you were coming to talk about that, so you're okay.
That's all right, yeah.
Not style, that's all.
Okay. So tell me what's going on.
Okay, so I'm going to show you, since she showed you her paperwork.
Okay.
All right, I was charged here 104.28, right? 1 night. I was charged here twice. We stayed 2 nights. They charged me 3 times,
Okay.
and I just want my money back.
Okay. Have you disputed it with your
I don't
bank?
need to dispute it with the bank because they took the money. My bank didn't take the money. They took it from me.
But it's...
And now I don't...
They didn't take it. We've got the proof that they did. And then the lady started getting an attitude with me, and I told her, no, I want to speak to your boss.
Okay.
She told me her boss is in California. Well, I don't give a about that. She's still your boss, and she needs to do her job. Because if you're not going to get a hold of somebody, then I'll call somebody else.
Okay.
Well, I'm calling the cops. Well, you call them. I'm not going to run because I ain't done nothing wrong.
Right, got it.
And we can review the cameras where her boss, standing right there behind the, had to tell her to stop and be quiet because she was causing the issue.
All right. So at this point, they've got one that shows
1,
was
2.
declined. Right.
Right. Yes.
I
It wasn't
I
declined.
understand.
It was taken out
but
this morning.
it's going to be between...
There were 4 charges.
Okay.
1 got declined.
Right.
Because the guy put in the wrong number.
Okay.
Over the phone.
Right.
The lady here called me, and then we put it on his card instead of my card. The first charge was under my card.
Okay.
Right? The one that got declined.
Okay.
And then the rest of the charges went to his card under...
Okay.
Upon arrival, officers spoke with the hotel employee who explained the payment system and showed transaction records. The staff showed records proving 1 charge was declined while the rest went through. The couple refused to believe it and started arguing. On the other hand, the female insisted they were charged 3 times instead of 2 and wanted their money back.
So all 3 charges that were taken out are under his card. The one that was declined, yeah, I can prove our card.
She showed me 3, but 1 set of pre-authorization. You know how they kind of hold until hand.
Right, and we waited.
Right.
We waited 2 days.
Okay.
And we were like, okay. But this morning they actually took the
They
money.
posted. It was posted. It's
And now my
not
bank account's in the negative, so I have a huge problem. And it ain't a call a corporate type problem, it's a fix-it problem.
Okay.
What's going on with them?
They're just really aggressive. They're saying that we triple charged them when they stayed 2 nights. They're saying we charged them for 3 nights. There is no possible way for us to do that with our system.
Okay. But you have asked them to leave already?
Yeah, and
You have-
I said we can't. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want them trespassed?
Well, let me make sure that they understand that we didn't overcharge them. And then yes, we do.
What we were trying to explain to them, and they just got hostile.
Okay.
And now the money that I had.
And then they give us this problem, guys? Then they give us this problem because I demanded to speak to her boss?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
There's
because
more
it's not-
cops here
it's
for
not
what?
a bank situation.
Do you have your license or anything?
No,
on you,
you're
sir?
not getting my ID.
Okay, they've already asked you to leave. They've already asked you to leave, so you are trespassing. Sir, they've already asked you to leave.
Then I will leave.
No, you're still here. No, they have to ask you to leave. You've been trespassed already. I need your driver's license.
No, you're not getting my driver's
I'm going to ask you.
I have not broken the law for nothing. You are not getting my license.
Stop resisting.
What are you talking about resisting, man? Are you kidding me? Resisting what? Resisting what? Give me your phone out. I told you I would leave if you were asking me to leave, sir. That's exactly what I just said. I just said I would leave.
You never said that. No, what the hell?
You have no right to do this.
If she asked you to leave,
And you have no right to do this.
if she asked you to leave,
By the
and
way,
you
guys,
chose
I've already
not to
been through
leave,
this with your department. You have no right to touch me, check my ID or anything. I asked you if you were asking me to leave. You would not answer me, sir.
You've already been asked to leave.
Well, then I told no. By who?
By them.
I don't care about them. I asked
do.
you.
It doesn't matter.
I asked you
It's
directly if I was being asked to leave. You would not answer
It's
me.
trespass
Then you
after
grabbed me
warning,
and
sir.
put me in handcuffs. No,
Trespass
sir. It's
after
not
warning.
trespass after warning.
Yes, sir,
I
it
was never asked to leave.
Yes.
We were standing here having a conversation, ma'am. You're going to deny that?
Pull the cameras
I'm
up.
standing
Do you have your driver's license, ma'am?
You're going to deny that?
Can I have it?
No.
You're going to go in handcuffs as well, ma'am.
Well, then I'll walk out to the road.
You've already been asked to leave.
Okay, well, I'm leaving. Don't
no,
touch
no,
me.
you're going in
Don't
handcuffs.
you
Come
touch
here.
me. Whoa. Whoa. What the? Whoa.
Stop being dramatic, ma'am.
What is
Put your
going on
hands
right
behind
now?
your back.
Are you serious?
I don't have nothing else to say to you. I don't care what you got to say. I have nothing else to say to you. What they're doing right now is illegal, man.
Okay. All right.
Ask you to leave.
I asked him if you asked us to leave, and he would not answer me. And then he put me in handcuffs for no reason.
Well, you're being
No.
detained right now.
The couple continued arguing with hotel staff, refusing to accept any explanation. They insisted they were overcharged and demanded an immediate refund. Due to the couple's hostility, the hotel asked the officers to issue a trespass warning. Officers confirmed that the couple had been asked to leave multiple times, but they refused.
No, there ain't no detain. I'm
Yes,
in
sir.
handcuffs. That means I'm going to jail.
Yes.
Let's go.
You're being
I'm
detained.
in handcuffs. That means I'm going to jail. I was not being violent. I was not doing anything. There's cameras on here. No, I'm not being detained. You taking me to jail today, buddy.
I'm not taking you to jail.
Oh,
You're
no,
being
I'm going to jail.
Do you want to go to jail?
I'm in handcuffs. I want to go to jail. Yes,
Lawful
sir.
detainment.
Hey, don't, baby, don't talk to her. She's nobody. Oh, you put me in handcuffs because I was standing here talking to you? Who do you think you are?
I'm Deputy Vilhart with the Santa Rosa County
All right,
Sheriff's
yeah, and I'll
Office.
be talking to IA and your boss.
Well, you don't talk to IA.
You
so-
might, well, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That's where the formal complaint goes. You know, not when you call and I want to talk to your sergeant type. Yeah, no, I know how to handle it. We were standing here having a nice, peaceful conversation, man.
Yes,
There was
and
no reason
Deputy
for
Robbins
anybody to
asked
put
you-
hands on anybody.
Deputy Robbins asked
He
you.
asked for my ID and got pissed off because I wouldn't.
No,
give it to
you
him.
refused to twice
Exactly, and I don't have to give you my ID,
Yes,
bro.
you do.
I have not broken the law. What law did I break?
because they want you trespassed.
That is not a law. That is not
Yes,
a
it is.
criminal offense. No, it is not. It is a civil no.
All right, you know the law better than I do.
I
That's
asked him
right.
repeatedly if I was being asked to leave, I would leave. He refused. He didn't ask me for my ID. I wouldn't give it to him, so y'all put me in cuffs. Now we'll talk to IA. And no, when you put somebody in handcuffs, man, that means they're going to jail. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and make some up. 'Cause I ain't done nothing wrong, man. I ain't done a thing wrong, dude. You know it. I know you know it. That's why you've been quiet, man, because you know it. Wasn't nobody yelling, wasn't nobody cussing, ain't nobody been unruly, anything.
You're going to jail as well. Go ahead and stand up for me.
Hold on, I have a bad ankle.
Okay. Got it. All right.
Josh, do you know, babe, do you know Mom's phone number?
Yeah, I got you.
That right there, her little incident right there, I don't know if saw it, but she threw herself in the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all.
Nobody's done anything here, man. We just.
Dude, he just asked you for your ID. It was that
He doesn't
simple.
have a right to
Yes, he
ask me
does.
for my ID.
Yes,
I did
he
not break
does.
Dude, I did not break the law, bro. It takes a criminal offense for you to ID me. That is law. That is not only the law, that is your policy. I said, no, sir, if I'm being asked to leave, I will leave. And then I was thrown in handcuffs.
They stole money from me out of my kid's mouth.
all we needed
That was my grocery money.
I understand that, but that is a civil issue. But you make it a criminal issue when they've told you to leave and you're
She
still here.
told me to stay. She said, no, hold on. Let me go pull up this paperwork. Yes, she did pull up the cameras. She said, go back there and
I'm going
pull up
based
the
off her
paperwork.
word. She's
Okay,
already
well,
told you to
there
leave.
is cameras.
Okay.
So she lied to you and I'm going to jail because she lied to you?
You're going to jail because she told you guys to leave, and if that's your husband or boyfriend, he's already admitted to it as well. So
why do people create such a big scene over a little money? Even if the hotel overcharged them, they could have solved it calmly, but now they've gotten detained because of their behavior. Both individuals insisted they had done nothing wrong. Officers saw with their own eyes how you two were causing a scene and refusing to leave. Do you really think the officers are blind? So everyone else is wrong and only you two are right?
So right now, like I said, you're being detained.
Well, when you put somebody in handcuffs, that means they're broken the law.
They come off just as easy as they go on.
Yeah, I know they do. But they're not supposed to go on unless I've broken the law.
No.
I'm not a criminal. I haven't done anything, man. I haven't broken the law. I was standing here giving you our side of the story, and then I was thrown in cuffs because I refused to ID. You can't ID somebody unless they break the law. That is the law. And then they decided to grab her too? For what?
I didn't grab her.
I know you didn't, man. But you're standing here holding me, and I got handcuffs on for no reason, bro.
Can we, like, put my wrist a different way in these cuffs? It's like on my bone right here.
you've got 2 finger links in there.
Well, I can't turn it.
Or you're not supposed to be able to turn it.
I know that.
And I'm going to double lock them here in just a sec
Do
after.
you have anything on you that's going to stick me, poke me, cut me?
Nobody's broken the law here, man. This is the problem people have with police right here. Violating my rights. You think I don't know my rights?
You're an expert.
Hell, I am. I'm an expert on the First, Second, Third, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. And my rights are that you cannot ID me unless I broke the law.
Good. All right. Come and have a seat back here.
I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, we're going to this. Yes, ma'am. We're going to this here. Go have a seat for me.
And nobody should be going to jail. Nobody's broken the law. Nobody was causing a problem for you guys, man. Was I? Nobody here was causing a problem for you guys.
Listen.
But because I refused to give my ID, I'm
Hold
going
on.
in handcuffs now?
Let's
Okay,
talk
fine.
about
We'll talk
trespass
about it.
after warning. Okay? It doesn't
ma'am,
have to be.
I
It doesn't.
asked the officer, I
It doesn't
asked
have
you
to be
guys.
us. It doesn't have to be us. The representative of the property has asked you to leave, and you refuse to leave. That is trespass.
We were standing here talking to you, though. Do you understand that?
I do
So you
understand that.
expected
But
me to just
how
walk
many
away from
times
you
were you
without
told
saying
to leave
anything?
prior to me getting here?
Ma'am.
I'm asking you.
No.
Okay. All right.
I told the officer if I was being trespassed, I would leave.
You don't want to talk. We're not talking.
Instead, you guys threw handcuffs on us because we refused to ID. Without a law being broken, you rightfully do
I just
not have a
explained to
right
you the trespass law. Trespass after warning. I just explained that to you.
Okay, that's fine.
They asked you multiple times.
You can say whatever.
So
You
that
asked
is the
ID.
law.
I asked you multiple times.
The law.
If you're asking me to leave,
It's
I'll
not.
leave.
It doesn't have to be us. That's what you're missing. Representative of the property asked you to leave multiple times. That's why we were called.
That's why they
Okay,
called
so
us.
I'm going to jail because after you and me had stood out here and had a peaceful conversation, I get to go to jail, right? I gave you guys the courtesy of standing here and talking to you guys about things and trying to figure it out. And when you tried to ID me, I said, no, sir, I've not broken a crime, or I've not committed a crime. If you want us to leave, we will leave. Then you threw me in handcuffs.
The man repeatedly stated that being handcuffed meant he was going to jail, despite officers explaining he was only being detained. These people are just making the situation worse and worse for themselves. Like, seriously, how far are they willing to go? This is beyond stupidity. The most dangerous people are the ones who never learn from their mistakes. That guy is the perfect example. Always convinced he's right no matter what.
Okay, I understand all that.
Okay,
I said multiple times if you guys are asking us to leave.
But they asked
I
you,
said that multiple times and you did not. You did not.
and he asked you for your identification multiple
I
times
didn't
after
break the
being
law,
asked
sir.
by the owner of the
I didn't
property
break the law, though,
to
man.
leave.
You did. If people are here still on the property when I get here and they've already asked you to leave, that is trespass after
Yes, sir. I
warning.
totally understand that, but we were standing here having a conversation, guys. I was standing here respectfully. Instead of just leaving and not waiting on you guys, I stayed here to talk to you just so you guys knew we weren't here causing a problem. We weren't We were just like, no, call your boss or somebody because this is wrong.
While we're here,
Failure to ID?
Yes.
What law is that?
You're on the property that they asked you to leave. Yes, it's 810.011 if you want to look at it.
I broke the law and I did not.
That's trespass.
If I'm being asked to
That's
leave,
trespass on structure or
I told
conveyance.
you guys I would leave, man. She did too. And you threw us in handcuffs anyway because we wouldn't ID.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have
trespassing
time.
is not. Look, that's civil, bro, and you know it as well as I do. And we told you we would leave, man. It's ridiculous, guys.
Dude, we were as cool with you
We were
as...
asking you if you want us to leave, we'll just leave, man. It wasn't about the ID thing. I would have gave you my name. You had my name. I was showing you everything they got.
lift your left leg up.
All I'm saying is this is ridiculous, guys. Are y'all kidding me, man?
Dude, it was ridiculous. That's why we're trying to help you
I was
out.
standing there speaking to you,
Right.
though. I wasn't...
Yes, but then as soon as, as soon as Deputy Robbins asked you, you started getting super animated and looking like you were going to take off.
If I was going to take
Man.
off, I would have left before you guys got here, man. I stayed here and waited on you because somebody
Do you
called
really
the
think,
cops.
do you really think this is what we wanted to do?
No, I don't think this is what you wanted
We
to
really
do.
didn't want to kick
And
you
this
while
is
you're
not
down.
what I wanted to do either, man. You
We were
guys
trying
told us to leave, I would have
Right, and that's what I'm saying, sir. We're trying to figure out to get your money back to see what was going on. And all he was going to do was issue a simple trespass warrant, which is a piece of paper.
understand that.
That was it, man. But you made it a lot more by refusing to provide identification when he asked you.
When I get asked for ID by law enforcement, it makes me feel like I've broken the law, and I really didn't,
give you a
man.
trespass warning if we don't know who you are?
Right.
It's just going to say unknown white male with
I
beard.
understand that part.
So
I
we need
understand
to
that
ID
part.
you so we can
I
issue that
understand
warning
that
and
part
get you on the
completely,
way.
but that
That's
was
all
my
we
whole
were trying
thing,
to
man.
do.
My whole thing was if I'm being trespassed, I'll leave. You don't need my ID. You don't need nothing if I'm leaving, right? I'm
So
gone,
we have
no more
to issue
problem.
a trespass warning because after they warned you, you didn't leave.
They didn't warn. They didn't ask, sir.
Well, on her sworn statement, she says that she asked you to leave. So you have the right to fight.
She told you, I'm telling you too.
And I understand
My
that.
word should hold just as much credit as hers does right now.
But when she says you're extremely animated and yelling, and we get here and I walk up and you're yelling at the other deputies.
Sorry, man. Can I sit down, bro?
Let me. Hey, can he sit down somewhere? In this one, this side. All right.
First he resisted, and now suddenly his whole attitude changed. Do you really think he was actually planning to leave and just calmly waiting for the officers? Absolutely not. You've done wrong, and acting like this won't fool the officers. Sorry, but it's not gonna work.
Sorry, I just got to get off this foot.
You're good, man. You can slide in there. Hey, man, are all the cards in your wallet in both of y'all's names? They're not in anybody else's names? As long as they're not in somebody else's name, we're fine. That's all I'm worried about. No, because at jail they want. I'm telling you, at jail if they don't have your name on it, they won't.
to jail, man?
We've been through this.
I'll trade you.
What kind of bond?
It should be pretty low, man.
Well, we don't have any money because they just don't do. We're negative in the bank because of the money. That's why we came up here, bro. We don't have any money.
Is there somebody we can call for the kids?
Nah, man. There's nobody but us, bro.
There's nobody for the kids?
We're going to jail like criminals and we not, bro. We didn't do it. We didn't do anything wrong.
So you told them between 2 to 3 times to leave?
I asked them to leave, and first I asked them to settle down. And they said, I'm going to get the paperwork from our night audit, which uses the transactions for the day. I tried to explain to them. They did not want me to explain to them. They said all she said was, see her. She showed me her bank account. I didn't even look at it, but she turned the phone around and she said, I have 3 entries here. And I said, well, one is pending. And I said, one will fall off. I said, in most institutions, they'll fall off between 7 to 10 business days. We have no control over that. But they were adamant that we stole money from them and that we were going to give it to them. They were not leaving, and they wanted to speak to the manager. But I did ask them to leave.
Okay. Do you mind including that in your statement that you did tell them to leave? Okay. Again, sorry. I just wanted to do the trespass warning so we could get out of here quicker. But
You're good, man.
Can I have EMS en route to the days in? The male subject stated he's not feeling well.
It's the last 11 years of my life trying to stay out of these handcuffs and doing the best I could to be a law-abiding citizen, a productive citizen, a part of this community that cares about this community. And now I'm being treated like a criminal, man, and I didn't do anything, bro.
Alright, EMS is here to check you out. Give me one moment. He said he's not feeling well, and he said he's starting to turn pale. I haven't noticed any. He's on this side. I haven't noticed any colors. After you're done with him, can you just check her out too? Because I had to take her down to the ground, and I just want to make sure that she's okay as well. She's fine. Okay.
Yeah, she's fine.
All right. Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Thank you guys. I
Alright,
appreciate
take
it.
care. You're welcome.
So you know you're breaking the law right now, officer?
Why, by doing 5 over the speed limit?
With no seatbelts, man.
That's not the law. You think you know everything is the issue, sir. That's your problem. Your problem, no. Your problem is that you keep thinking you know the law better than I do. I've been doing this a long time. You don't.
Stop and ID.
You don't. No, it's not, sir. It's not a stop and ID state.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, are you still over there?
Yeah, well, I'm over here, yeah.
On a Days Inn?
No.
Oh, can you stop back by over there and make sure that the vehicle's locked up?
My windows are down. It doesn't matter. Don't touch my car.
Where are the keys at?
Don't touch my car.
Okay, you heard her. Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Never mind. She doesn't want her car secured.
Okay, fine, sounds good.
Thank you. Bye.
Just mad because you got told no and you're not used to hearing that.
You're the one going to jail, bro, not me. You're the one going to jail, not me.
Okay, and we'll have our day in court.
You will, absolutely.
See your attitude? See your attitude? You see how you got that guilty?
I don't have a guilty. There's no guilty attitude, sir.
That's why we're scared of the cops.
There's no guilty
Your
attitude.
attitude.
177.
But I appreciate you not listening to our side of the story at all. So is it you that sets the bond now, or is it the jail?
The jail.
As officers processed the arrest, the man complained of not feeling well. EMS was called to check on him. The couple continued arguing, claiming they had been mistreated and falsely arrested. But officers finalized their reports, preparing the couple for transport. It's funny how the so-called tough guy turns into a crying mess as soon as he's in the car's back seat. Come on, bro, man up. Both the man and woman were charged with resisting arrest and criminal trespassing. So, in the end, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's see who stands out the most. The best comment gets pinned. And hey, don't forget to share this video with your friends and family so they don't miss out on the fun. And now, here's a challenge for you. On your screen, you're seeing the 4 best playlists. Click on any one, and I promise you won't regret it. You'll definitely enjoy this one. See you next time. Till then, keep watching.